Hello, everyone. My name is Jen Reynolds, and I am not a mentor. I am not a guru. I'm not a teacher. I'm just a person going through the spiritual journey just like you. And today I was meditating, and a lot of times when I meditate, this might happen to you guys as well. I get information, I get downloads. And I was really thinking about this morning before I meditated, how this planet is just so out of balance right now. People are highly emotional. There's a lot of contrast. You see it on Facebook. You're either on one side or the other. And it's just like, rah, the whole time. So, I was thinking about this whole concept of balance. And I know for a fact that from my own experience, it might not be a fact for you. Everybody goes through their own experience and their own knowledge and knowing that when I have balance within me, I see or I perceive or I manifest more balance around me. So it's something that we really need to focus on within and stop looking outside of ourselves for this balance. If you're seeing a lot of chaos going on outside of you, a lot of times there's a lot of chaos going on within because we are very powerful creators. I know we don't want to take that responsibility that, we're creating what we're seeing, but that's what's going on, folks. So, and then when I was meditating, I saw this infinity sign, and and I'm a horrible artist. So I saw this infinity sign when I was meditating, and I've always loved the infinity sign. It just represents a lot to me. First of all, if you turn it this way, it's the number 8, and the number 8 is about manifestation and abundance, which is a good number. If you turn it this way, it's just infinity, because we are infinite beings having a very linear experience. So we've got polarity going on. We've got the Trumps and the Hillarys, or the Trumps and the Bernies, right? We've got the feminine and masculine. We've got the people that are totally into conspiracy theories and those that are completely in their heart. And they don't want anything to do with conspiracy theories. It's just about love and light. Where do we need to go? Right here. This is where we need to be. We need to balance the feminine and masculine. We need to balance the light and the dark. And we need to start becoming observers instead of reactors to everything. Because when we are over here or over here, we're highly reactive because we have an emotional attachment to whatever we are. It doesn't matter what we are. And to be honest, it doesn't matter what anybody else is. It matters where you are. And we need to be here. And so how do we get there? We get there by not being in our emotional body and being in our heart center. Now, most of us on this planet have gone through some type of spiritual awakening at this point. It might, we're at different levels of consciousness, not that one's better than the other. We all go through this process differently. But when you're in your heart center and you're not in your emotional body, which is completely triggered, your emotional body is going to completely trigger you into reaction to everything that is not within your belief system. And let's define belief system. A belief system is something that you're told. A knowing is something that you know, that you've experienced. So there's a big difference. So we've got a lot of polarity going on in this planet. We have the media shouting out things, and we don't know what's true and what's not true with the media. But what we do know is that it's very fear-based, and it's based off of reaction. They want people to be in fear and in reaction. So when you're watching the media, you really need to, if you watch it, I don't even watch it anymore. I mean, every great once in a while I'll do it just to see the craziness going on in the world, but I'm not an idiot about what's going on. I'm not naive. I know what's going on in the world. I read a lot, but the media, it's just so fear-based. It just irritates the crap out of me because I see the false crap in it all the time. But when you're watching the news, if you've got to watch the news, if you're addicted to it, like I used to be addicted to CNN and Fox News. I used to go back and forth. You need to be here. You need to be the observer. And if you see something on the news that gets you highly reactive, you need to figure out why. You need to really be observe it and ask yourself, are they just saying this to get a reaction, to get people to react, or is this the truth? Also on Facebook, when you're on Facebook and somebody says something that triggers you into your emotional body, you really need to take a step back and ask yourself, why is this going on? Why am I so upset about what somebody's saying on Facebook, especially if you don't know them? I know there's a little bit more emotional attachment when family and friends do it, but still, even then, they're just expressing their opinion. Are they hurting you by expressing their opinion? We really need to get in that center and say, well, you know what? Because of what they have been told or their belief systems, that's why they are talking the way they are talking. And they feel just as strongly as you do, okay? You're over here, they're over here. Their emotions and their beliefs are just as strong as yours over here. So what we need to do is to get in here, and this is how we're going to balance the planet. We're not going to balance the planet being an emotional wreck. We're going to do it by centering ourselves. And the way you can do that is, start meditating. If you have a lot of past traumas or emotional wounds, which we all have, emotional baggage. I hate saying baggage, but whatever. We have emotional stuff that's happened to us. Every human being on this planet has had emotional stuff happen to us that triggers us into emotional reactions over the simplest things. I highly recommend finding somebody that is a inner child worker and getting into your emotional body, your solar plexus, your inner child, and figuring out those wounds so you're not completely triggered into emotional reactions. The reason I'm making this video is because this year is going to be very, very interesting. We are getting a new president, and I'm not going to say if I like him or not because I really don't care. It's who he is. It's our president, and we are stuck with him at this point. So what we really need to do is, with the things that are going to happen in 2017, I'm not going to say I'm predicting things. I just have a strong belief. What's going to go on is there's going to be a lot of things that are going to cause a lot of emotions to come up, just like the election did. And in order for us to balance out this planet, we need to take personal responsibility for our reactions and our emotions. This does not mean that you're not emotionless. This does not. You can have tons of emotions and not react to everything. This is how war starts, at the most basic level. So in order for us to balance the planet, we need to become balanced individuals. We need to balance our feminine and masculine. We need to balance the polarity that's within us in order to balance the polarity that's within the planet, or that is the planet, whatever. So I just thought I'd make this little video because it came to me while I was meditating. I hope that it was helpful, and I hope that everybody has a great day. Bye.